TikTok hits the clock. It's exactly 3 minutes gone past the hour of a spot o'clock. Today is the 27th day in the month of June 2024. And with these, we welcome you to another edition on the show Sport Lounge, reaching you live from the studio of Voice of the People 96.1 FM. Abuja. Yes, it is that time where we talk sports and give you all the latest and juicy stories making round in the world of sport. Yes, my name is Franklin Imuna, the one you know as Uncle Fine Boy, the finest uncle talking sports in the capital city and beyond. The show today promises to be exciting, but come on, you know how we do it. It is not a one-man thing. I've got my partner. Together, we will be driving you home in grandstand, making sure that those of you that you are home or wherever you are, you enjoy the best of sport.
Okay, guys, you know what time is it? It is, of course, the time where we look inwards from the local scene to the foreign scene, giving you all the updates from the Euros, the Copa America, the transfer market, tennis, Formula One, as we count down to the Federations Cup. Okay, all these for you. And the good part I love is when you get to have your say and be part of the show, because this is Voice of the People. And the most important thing is that we give you a voice, okay? You can be part of the show. It's simple. You can listen to us anywhere in the world on Radio Garden. You can download the app on your Apple or iOS store and look for Voice of the People, 96.1 from Abuja. Or you could watch us live on YouTube. Come on. Very easy. Voice of the People, 96.1 from Abuja. And you'll be live with us on the show. You can keep in your comments, exactly your messages, your voice notes, your calls, and I tell you, come on, man, it's definitely gonna be a jolly ride.
Exactly. So for you to get across to us quickly, we can reach us on the number 080-831-28618. 080-831-28618. That is the studio line that you can use to call us right on the show. When it is time, I would definitely open up the phone line where you can call us and let us know your thought on the topics we will be dropping so far. But on WhatsApp, you can reach us on WhatsApp on the number 070-0010-961-961. 070-0010-961-961. That is the number that you can connect to us on WhatsApp. And with that, we say, come on, let's get the party started. We move straight to the local scene. Sport is a religion, Voice of the People, 96.1 FM is your worship center. And come on, we are your sporting priest. Let's get the show started already. And starting on the show, let's take you back to the stories that have been trending since yesterday. But developing stories are following that revelation that former Super Eagles assistant captain Mutiu Adekboju came out to tell Nigerians and the NFF that he will be available if being called upon to become the coach of the Super Eagles. Yes, he said, I have the FIFA license B certificate. That is, of course, the beginning. And, of course, he said, I've been a coach of the Shooting Stars of Ibadan. I've got the prerequisites to become the coach of the Super Eagles. I've got what it takes. But that is not all. Later, after so much cloud was gathered from that story, he has come out to debunk the news. He said, look, I did not say I want to become the coach of the Super Eagles. I am not interested. Speaking with reporters yesterday, I think what you said, I don't know where this is coming from. I never applied for the Super Eagles coaching job at any moment. Yes, he never physically applied for the role, but he made himself available when he was being interviewed concerning the vacant role of the Super Eagles coach. But now he has come out to twist the whole thing. Could this be fear, or he's just trying to play safe?
I don't think he's twisting anything. I think he's just saying the right thing. He told us that he has a license. He told us that he can take, take the job. That does not mean he applied for the job. For you to get a job, you have to first apply, isn't it? And it's just like Felix Ilichukwu can get the job. Why? He's got the license. He can coach. He has what it takes to coach the job. But as Felix Ilichukwu applies for the job, the answer is no. So yeah, that is what he's saying. I think he was quoted out of context. I had to go find out that podcast when he was asked about, what happened. So he said, come on, why not? I've got the license. I can coach the team. I can do. He said he can. And what he said he was in for the job of the Super Eagles. But it is what it is. See, to me, the NFF is giving rise for all these speculations, in my opinion. They are the reason why we are here. Oh, this guy wants to take the job. No, this guy wants to take the job. No, this guy wants to take the job. Because at the end of the day, we need to be serious about it. The truth remains that I try to be very realistic. If Nigeria has got a coach, there will be no rumors about who would get the job.
Absolutely.
In the past 3, 4, 5 days, we've heard so many names, and all the NFF have been doing is either the NFF debunk or the applicant, in quotes, the person who has been dragged to or has been linked to the job debunks. See, we're not getting the time. TikTok, the time is getting. And tomorrow now, you say the coach did not do very well. This is the time you give him the job. He begins to create a plan. What he wants to do in the next 6 years, in 6 months, in the next 1 year. You don't give a job like for him. 47 days to 27 days to a big game. And then you expect a miracle. The NFF are not helping the matters either.
Absolutely.
As much as we want to punish the coaches, but the NFF has not held themselves in honor, if you ask me.
This has been the lifestyle, the character of the NFF, not just of the Super Eagles, but also every other underage football. Remember what happened with certain Manu Garuba with the under-20 team, under-17 team rather. Also remember what happened with coach. The coach of the under-20 team, where he failed to do well in the China competition, courtesy of a late acceptance of his application letter to become the coach.
But let's be realistic.
It has been their lifestyle.
Laramboso doesn't have any reason not to fail. I don't want to give a
Don't tell me that, Sport Bishop. It matters.
Laramboso was the coach the last under-20, and then he wasn't told he was going to be fired. They just said, he's still the coach, and he still failed again. So,
Sport Bishop, when we talk about the under-20, remember it is an underage age grade competition where these players tends to metamorphose, if at all they metamorphose into the Super Eagles, but they would not remain the under-20 of the years before.
Absolutely.
So he needs assurance on the job. And the under-20 teams, as well as the under-17, you need to keep scouting for players. He has not been told, you have been fired. Neither was he told that you can continue on the job. So he needs assurance. We see what other nations that are serious, like Senegal, what they do.
They sign a long-term contract.
Come on.
8 years.
So we know what this coach is up for.
The problem with the NFF is they've got so many reasons why they will tell you why they can't appoint a coach. One, maybe they want to appoint him 2 weeks before because they can't pay him for that period. A lot of we sit back here and we just do that. We know what's going behind the scene,
of course,
and we know why they dilly-dally and they wait. Imagine a national team coach being paid as you at that level. You're telling those who are running the Super Eagles that please, when you come to the national team, when you go, you're on your own.
Absolutely.
So it just there are a lot of financial issues. But as I said, the NFF have not held themselves in glory.
Absolutely.
All they need to have done by now is get us a manager. Look at Ghana, for example. They listed a manager for all the whole Canada at the same time when they got Otto Addo. Same thing with Cameroon. They have a plan. Do we have a plan?
No, we don't have a plan. And this plan that we continue to work in a shabby way and expect God to come answer our prayers. And we'll pray before, during, and even after games to see how we can get the job done. All right, away from the Super Eagles coaching issue, let's still remember the Super Eagles. But a former coach of the Super Eagles have come out to say there's a big talking point now that it would be disappointing if Nigeria fails to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The West Africans missed out on a place at the last edition. It wasn't a secret where we were in part of the entourage from Africa that went to go play football in Qatar. The former Super Eagles coach have also said that I have endured the team, rather, that's the Super Eagles, have endured a poor start to the 2026 qualifiers. We know, recording just 3 draws and 1 defeat in their last 4 matches. The 3 times African champions are second from bottom. They are 5th. on the log. Forget a second from bottom. Bottom is Zimbabwe. The Super Eagles, they are fifth on the log. But he says that if they miss another one, I'm quoting him now, for such a football country with the best players in Africa, it will be a little bit shameful. So, I think the players will do everything to get there, and also the federation and the staff. But now, of course, they must be realistic and say that it's only 3 points in 4 games. Coach Kenneth Brown knows what it means to coach the Super Eagles and make them qualify for the World Cup. Remember, he was part of the team in the 2018 World Cup, but he was not a part of the team for the 2022 World Cup. But then, he's just saying that, look, this team just have to qualify. We didn't qualify in 2022.
Because it was fired on the way, It was fired on the way.
It was just few matches.
It got us to the final huddle, and that's against Ghana. And then it was showing
of course, Eguavo took over. I was so heightened.
Anyway, that's not see, I think he's mocking Nigeria. But that's the truth. And much as we try to make it look like he's mocking Nigeria. He's having a go at Nigeria. This is a country that, first of all, he had to take to court arbitration for sport, remember, for his wages. He had to take them to court.
And he was right for doing that.
Absolutely. It's still the same Raw that was fired abruptly just weeks, come on, scratch that, days before the African Cup of Nations. And days before the final World Cup qualifiers against Cote d'Ivoire. Remember? And now he's taking this same Benoit team that we have never lost to and beating us in the World Cup qualifier. He sits better on the table than, in quote, a powerhouse in African football. That tells the whole story. He's just mocking. I see. As much as he tried to be very modest, we all know his relationship with NFF is bittersweet. He had a sweet moment when he was.
He should have allowed us win when we played the Benin Republic. If at all he wishes us well.
There is no permanent enemies or permanent friends. Everybody's got different interests. It will be unprecedented for him to take Benin Republic to the World Cup. It will be a massive boost to his CV if he does that. So. For him, he's chasing his own personal. In as much that he's got a good relationship with some of the players still in the Super Eagles at the moment because he's been their gaffer for some time. That does not change the fact that, man, come on, Nigeria's national team is in tatters and he's having the fun. He's having the see. Have you had General give him as much interview as he's given since he beat Nigeria? He wants to talk to every Nigerian press, and if you're lucky enough to speak some French, he'll listen to you.
Absolutely.
And a little bit of English, if you're close to him, he'll listen to you. The guy, see, to be sincere with you, he's looking at, he's telling us in our face, I think what he just telling us in your faces. Because since he left, our football has been on a nosedive. Forget we got to the final of the African competition. We got there playing absolute shambolic football. And it tells us, come on, man. It is what it is. And I think he's just having fun. I must agree with him. It will take an absolute miracle to qualify. Nigeria has to win every other game. I know when I did my publication, I said Nigeria must win 5 of the last 6 games. Is it possible with the Super Eagles I'm seeing at the moment? I don't know. But come on, man, it will be a disaster, not only for the NFF, for the Ministry of Sport, for Nigerians to mix 2 World Cup back to back with a team that has got the African footballer of the best year, and has some quality players scattered across Europe.
He said so that it will be a shame for a nation as blessed as Nigeria with the best players in Africa not playing in the World Cup. It will be a bit shameful.
Don't forget, Oseni has never played at the World Cup. As much as we scream Oseni, and I set him to 3 times. Should I go there?
No, don't go there. That is not that is not what we're discussing.
I'm just telling you that's how bad it will be for the crop of the Super Eagles players if they miss out of this World Cup.
Absolutely. All right, let's just stick with football, but this time away from the Super Eagles. Let's come down to our own league, and that is the Nigerian Premier Football League. Information reaching us as it that come next season, the 2024-2025 football season in the Nigerian Premier Football League, we hear that the date has been announced by the chairman of the NPFL through his social media handle. He said that, look, the kickoff will be on the 31st of August come 2024. Though, of course, we know that Enugu Rangers is the defending champion, but we hope to see if truly the league will begins on the 31st of August 2024.
I don't know why you are super excited.
I should be.
Because if you're a typical Nigerian who has followed Nigerian football for so long a time, you should know that's a tentative date.
All things are passed away. All things is becoming new. The league is growing.
So
the GTI is saying, look, we will do all we can to make sure that our league becomes the best in Africa. Let's start. Come on, be optimistic.
Anyway, guys, they are the Federation Cup sponsors, not the Premier League sponsors. If they would have seen them in the MPFL.
The GTI, they are part of it. They are the assets progressive company working with the financial league with the NPFL, and they are doing well. They work together. They have been working together in the league for 2 years now.
Exactly. But the truth remains, see, they're not the major sponsor.
No, I did not say they are partners. That is what I mean.
Do we have a sponsor of the MPFL?
Oh, we are working towards it.
And that's why I said, come on. I'm not. There's no. This is saying the hip hip hooray. To be sincere with you, I've seen the league being postponed 4 times, and we can see. Don't be surprised if you see the league start in February. So don't even get your hopes high, because I'm actually. How is it possible? Okay, right now we hear that teams like have gone on a 1-week break. This is how long June. They come early July. They do preseason July and August. They hit the ground running.
It's possible.
The first thing they hit the ground, they continue hitting the ground running. This is what they're trying to say. You see, are these human beings? They are human beings. They've got families. They've got. We need to give them time to recuperate. Instead of just playing the league for the sake of it. I know the clamor to get us returned back to the European calendar where we can play and at the same time. But we have tried it. Come on, for the opt-in time, it's not just working, because at some point there will be a Salah break, there will be an Easter break, there will be an Independence break, there will be something break, there will be strike somewhere.
Okay.
And it just don't find a way not to look at. Everybody thought about ending our league in July.
31st of August is the date that the NPFL will start, according to the chairman.
Like I said, let's not get
just a moment, Sport Bishop. According to the chairman. Yeah. Now, give or take, let's say, for example, which I do not see that it's not going to start. I believe it's going to start. That is me being optimistic, but I think that is a tentative date. It will make everything that needs to be put in place before the start of the season, it will hit the ground running.
Let me shock you. I hope Bengalebele and his board, he can hear me, including David Snow with me, the operating officer as well. If they start the league on August the 31st, I think I'll give out something to the caller. I'll give out something to our listener, viewers out there, because I'm still not surprised. I'm still not. You know. Come on, it's gonna be an absolute miracle to get us play on the August 10th. But like I said, good one. We have a plan. You know, we were here screaming that the Premier League have gotten the rundown of the fixtures for next year already before they even start kicking the ball.
The day the season is going to end, we know.
The Spanish La Liga as well. I just hope that this is the beginning of, because see, I'm a man who loves to stick the boxes and give kudos for body language. Body language from the MPF for the past 2 seasons has been fantastic. Everything has improved. But like I said, there's still room for improvement. So I'll keep fingers crossed and I'll wait and see how things happen. But to be sincere with you, and I repeat, please hear me. I'll wait and see whether that August 31st date comes to fusion. I'm still skeptical about that date.
Absolutely. The room for improvement is there, but I hope we don't pay agent fee. Let's just stick with the Nigerian Premier Football League as we hear that insurance goalkeeper Amaso Basoge has won the best goalkeeper of the season from a certain Ikechukwu Ezenwa ex-Super Eagles goalkeeper, and he gave out the sum of 100,000 naira to Amas Obasoge. And now the winner of the best goalkeeper trainer, Afeso Ata, also the insurance goalkeeper trainer, went home with a whopping sum of 50,000 naira. Now this is the twist. We want to say a big thank you to our ex-Super Eagles goalkeeper Ikechukwu Ezenwa for doing a fantastic job. Now this is his own way of showing support, showing appreciation, and of course making the NPFL goalkeeper know that they are part of the big family. Ezenwa Ikechukwu coughed out 150,000 naira to support the NPFL goalkeepers in their WhatsApp platform. Now the WhatsApp platform is directed by John Dosu, a Shooting Stars goalkeeper trainer. He has also been giving out 5,000 naira every week for the best goalkeeper of the league in the just concluded season. And now Amas Obasoge have gone home with the biggest crown, 100,000 naira as the best goalkeeper of the season. Commendable, right?
I know me. I like.
Commendable, right?
Commendable.
Thank you very much. Next story.
What's 100,000 naira to some of the goalkeepers playing the MPF? It could be huge. Because I tell you, they don't earn as much as we think they do. I think the award should be given by the league body itself. You know, we are giving the goal scorers. I've not heard about the MVP yet. We need to give out this award. At least it happens. We have the Premier League Player of the Year.
The MVP was given to the Shooting Stars.
Player, yeah. And then
5,000 went home with the top scorer, Mbaoma from Eimba.
That was 100,000, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
No, 1 million.
1 million for the UCL top goals. What happened to the best defenders? I don't know people who defend in the league. What happened to the best goalkeepers? I don't know people.
They are still working modalities.
No, come on. I'm kind of going to believe that if you're given an award, there are so many departments in the team. Goalkeeper, defense, strikers, midfield. You need to accord all the position the respect they deserve, because as much as Victor Obama scored how many goals, they didn't win the league.
17 goals.
They didn't win the league?
They came third.
Oh, yeah. So that tells you that a certain team like Obasa, who went how many games, how many clean sheets in the season? What happened? So all the clean sheets, you know. Can't we say thank you very much and God bless? I think it's unprecedented. I think last year we said it was a fluke. But to do it this year again tells you that it's not a
back to back.
Absolutely, there's no fluke in it. The guy knows what he's doing. And has he been caught up to the Super Eagles?
Not yet.
Yes, he's no.
Not yet.
So, that is. So these are the things. If we want to, let's give honor to players who do well in the league. If you're doing well, get the call up to the national team. Get the report. Kudos to everyone. 150,000 is a good one for them. But I think the NNPFL body itself should be the one giving this award. But kudos to them. Omas had it
in a WhatsApp group.
No, see, it's goalkeepers supporting goalkeepers. I'm not seeing a department in the world that support themselves like goalkeepers.
Absolutely.
You see, goalkeeper who's battered by 7 goals in the dog goes to him. Don't worry, we've seen better days as well. We've had our fair share. The ways, is the truth? They've had their, even the best goalkeepers as considered 5. You get Casillas, Manenoya,
David Igea, considered 7.
Oh, Nana. So they've had their fair share, and so it is what it is. But kudos to him. I think he's done the right thing. As much as when he was in the national team, I was one of those who was always asking questions of his inclusion. But this one is good news. And
absolutely.
We have to accord. Like I said, I'm a fan of body language, and that's the right thing to do.
We will be taking you to Cameroon and giving you the update on the just concluded Senior Athletics Championship that just got concluded yesterday. But before then, let's give you this last story from the Nigerian Premier Football League, as we hear that 4 coaches have been named for the coach of the month. Yes, the coach of the month. Even though the season has just ended, we have a coach of Enugu Rangers, Fidelis Ilechukwu, haven't played 6 matches. He got 4 wins and 1 draw and 1 defeat. For a certain Kennedy Boboye of Sunshine Stars in 6 matches. Same starter with Ilechukwu, 4 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat. But for a certain Majin Mohammed, the coach of Niger Tornadoes, in 6 games, he was able to get 2 wins, 3 draws and 1 defeat. And the last man up for this award is a certain Meremu Okara from Bayelsa United. In 6 matches, he was able to pull 6 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat. For me, it is a 50-50 tie between a certain Kennedy Boboye and Fidelis Ilechukwu Sport Bishop. In just few seconds, who do you think deserve the coach of the month for the month of June?
Marine. Why? I know you asked me why. Those draws were crucial to keep Niger Tornadoes up in the league. See, as much as Fidelis Ilechukwu was bubbling, winning the title, he could be. I think Fidelis should be the good coach of the season. 70 points, winning the league. But last month it was Tornadoes' month. How they were saved by the skin of their teeth, and
they were scoring good goals.
Exactly. So they lost only once in 6 games. Tells you that they rather died here. You know that Nigerian slang where they say, "Oh, we will stay in the league by all costs," by hook or cranny, and that's what they've done. So, in as much we like to always give the winning managers, those who get, but there's some result that bigger than some win. When you go to Eimba in a bank, get a point. And you go to Enugu Rangers at the Cathedral and get a point. When you go to somewhere as far back as Kano Pillars, when Kano Pillars was Kano Pillars, and get a point. When they went, was it 7 years unbeaten at home? And you beat yourself in the chest and you're like, wow, this is a huge point. And then Majin Marine looks like, to me, he's the man, but I know they will tilt towards Elevated. He's his month. Manager of the month, champions, and also manager of the season as well.
Well, we will wait to find that. As much as we may think Fidelis is there, we might just get a shocker. As for the players, Chijoke Mbaoma of Eimba Football Club has been nominated as one of the players for the month. Also, a certain Christian Paigbara of 3 years. The Shooting Stars is also there. John Bassi of Bayelsa United also made the court. Jonathan Aliku of Sporting Lagos, and finally Sani Suleiman of Aqua United.
There's only one winner. His name is Christian Piagbara. The guy has been on absolute blistering.
Mbaoma is the top scorer.
How many times did he score? When has he scored? When he scored 15 goals last, not somebody since he joined the club in January, he has practically been, if the season was a half season, Piabara was the best player of the season. Christian, former Sharks Enyimba player, turned this 3 years around. This is why Ogumbote right now they're screaming, get him a new contract because of what that guy has done. So give it to Piabara. I think he's the best player in the month, and I think we saw it now. He scored twice, scored once. He's always scoring. Every goal scored by Shooting Stars, and that at some point was Piabara. So I go with Christian Piabara for the month. But like I said, I do not decide these things. Wait and see who they pick.
We can only suggest, we can only support both the NPFL as well as the NFF will put heads together and see who should be the player of the month as well as the coach of the month. Quickly, Sport Bishop looking at the table in the just concluded African Athletics Championship that went down in Cameroon at Douala. Nigeria surprisingly finished third on the log, amassing 15 medals, 5 gold, 6 silver, and 4 bronze. South Africa, not surprising for me, finished top with 7 gold, 5 silver, and 8 bronze, amassing a total of 20 medals. But then it was Kenya who finished second with 19 medals, 5 gold, 7 silver, and 7 bronze.
Poor outing by Nigeria. Poor outing. They couldn't even finish second. Maybe, like I said, there was a lot of withdrawal. Let's not go there. An illness to Toby Obama. So don't forget, just 2 gold medals from the top. Ophelia did not run the 100 meters.
Absolutely, remember? She didn't.
She pulled out. The same thing with some other players. We talked about that. So a lot of the issue, this management of the whole thing. But
not forgetting Ese Broom as well. She wasn't on top of her game.
But she won her jump.
She was disappointed. She could not retain her title.
Come on, man. What do you mean? She won her long. Any other one is Ejara. It's like you saying talking about won the hurdles, but lost in the 4x100.
She was a medal hopeful in virtually all the games that year was supposed to compete in.
We'll wait and see how things pan. Like I said, for me, it's more like a practice section for the Paralympic Games. But if you ask me, it's very poor. I agree with you. Poor outing, I think so. They could have done better. But again, like I said, you're looking at all the factors: illness, injuries, pulling out, a lot of things, and it didn't just happen for them. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Stay with us as we go on our first commercial break on the show. When we return, we will be taking you to the foreign scene. Big news coming from the world of transfer as Chelsea are snapping up all the players available. As for Man United, they are still interested in these players, interested in that players. While we hear that at the Euros, we now know the teams that will be competing in the round of 16. Stay tuned and don't move a muscle. We will certainly be right back. Good to know that you are still tuning to Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. And I'm also excited to let you know that you are listening to Sport Lounge. Sport Lounge comes your ways every Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and of course Fridays at 4 p.m. What do? We take you around the world of sport, giving you all the latest information as long as a sport is concerned. Football, basketball, rugby, athletics, judo, taekwondo, ludo, what, suet. We make sure that we give you all of the sports provided. It is newsworthy. My name is Franklin Imuna. That is what Mama calls me, but you know me as Uncle Fine Boy. And of course, on the show, it is always a community, Tina. Me, my partner, and of course, you out there.
Okay, guys, you know what we do on the show? Come on, guys. If you missed the first half of the show, okay, you missed a lot about the local scene, but don't worry. We're heading to the foreign scene. We'll be leaving you with everything that has happened in the last 24 hours, and of course, updating you on all the breaking news coming from the foreign scene. So sit back, guys, relax. Like I did tell you earlier, you can be part of the show. Simple. Get to our YouTube page, Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. Watch us live. Go to, get your app, your Radio Garden app, whether it's on Apple or iOS store, Voice of the People, 96.1 FM. Listen to us live anywhere in the world. Be part of the show. Put a call through to us on 080-831-286. 18. That is 080-831-28618. And you can drop us a WhatsApp voice note, a WhatsApp message, or call us on WhatsApp on 0700 010 961 961. That is 0700 010 961 961.
Absolutely. And with that, we move straight to the foreign scene. All right, and in the world of the foreign scene, let's move over now to the most busiest market in world football, and that is the transfer market. But this time, we want to delve majorly on Super Eagles Nigerian players because it is a good news all across Europe as we hear that Leicester City midfielder Wilfred Ndidi has rejected the offer of a new contract from the club and has decided that he wants to leave with suitors from France, suitors from Spain, and of course England. We hear that this man is highly sought after. The Nigerian international has shown during his time at Leicester City, helping the club win promotion back to the Premier League last season, but he is just days away from the end of his contract at the King Power Stadium. We hear that Barcelona, Olympique Lyonnais, Olympique Marseille, not forgetting Tottenham Hotspur, and of course Barcelona I did mention that, and of course the suitors from Saudi Arabia. This guy seems to be the hottest defensive midfielder in Europe, and he has said, Leicester City, I am not remaining with you. I want to leave, and he's definitely going to leave on a free.
I think that's the biggest news I've heard in a very long while. I think for a player with so much, I don't want to use quality because I think it has dropped, to be sincere with you.
Of course, the quality is shown when he was back there in the championship helping the team. It was injury that kept him away.
I don't think it's the same different we saw 2-3 years ago. We saw that with the Super Eagles. Absolutely shambolic. But anyway, I'm trying to be modest. Yeah,
that's quite heavy.
Yeah, I think
for the standing captain.
For the reason he's got experience, and has played in the Premier League for a very long time. I think for me it's all about a new challenge. He's been with Leicester City. They fought hard. They went down. He fought with them. He brought them up. And to tell you why I think he's not the best defensive midfielder in the world, I still got to scratch that. Even in Leicester City last, he was playing at a more advanced role. He had more assists than he had in his whole career playing in that position in the championship, and he scored more goals than he has had in anything in his career as well.
Upgrade.
Absolutely.
A defensive midfielder that is now upgrade. Yes.
But I think, to me, I don't think Leicester City is the place for him. I think he's got to move to something big, not prove the doubters wrong like me. Maybe Barcelona, maybe Turkey. We had a certain Besiktas and Trabzonspor as well. In the news with Saudi Arabia as well. We've got things in the Premier League. I think you should be playing continental football. Maybe European Champions League or Conference League, or maybe even at worst, Europa League, Conference or Champions League football. So for me, I think he needs to step up. I don't think Leicester City will struggle with relegation next season. I can repeat that again if you want me to. I don't think they will come and become the Leicester City that they used to be 4 or 5 years ago. They would struggle they have to first of all stabilize in the league for them to begin to rebuild what we saw.
But they are not new to the EPL.
But the players they brought with are new, and are they quality? Are they Premier League quality? They wait to answer that when the league begins. So good one for Wilfred Didi. I'm happy he didn't agree to sign Newcastle. I was quite scared he would. They would want to. I want to leave his signs. I want to leave his signs. If I decide to make the right decision, and then let's see where he heads to in the near future.
While we are waiting to see where he moves to next, I can tell you that one Super Eagles player has refused to move. We hear that Dele Bashiru have signed a new 3-year contract with his club, Watford. Dele Bashiru's previous contract was due to expire in 2025, but we now hear that the 24-year-old is poised to stay at the Vicarage Road until 2028. The Nigerian has been with Watford since 2019. Injury had, however, disrupted his time at Watford before last season, but he has stepped up his game, having played 38 games and scored 4 goals in the just concluded season. He's set to remain there and be at the stadium, even though we hear that the new season will be kicking off on the 10th of August. So sealed, signed, delivered, he will be there until 2028 for a man of a Dele Bashiru's caliber.
I'm happy with him. I think that's where he should be able to grow. I don't think he's as classy as we thought he was, even though his younger brother, we saw in Fisayo last time with the Super Eagles. We hear also he's being looked out by some of the top teams in Europe. But Watford is a place. They are still in the championship, this close to coming up, but they couldn't. So wait and see whether they can come up. I'm a big fan of the young man. I think he's got some quality there, but he needs to prove that he's worth it. So 3-year deal, good deal for him. I just hope he gets regular playing time, which is very important.
Very, very important. Recall that Tom Dele Bashiru played for the Flying Eagles at some point in his career.
And he was on the 20 World Cup. He was there with Lana Bossa. Remember?
Definitely. He was there, and I believe that was where Watford just had to snatch him up and say, this guy is good for the keeps.
He's been good. He was there before he came. Don't worry.
All right, still taking more stories as long as Nigerian players is concerned, but this time something very, very shocking, Spot Bishop, as Atletico Madrid forward Samu Omorodio has been included in Spain's squad for the 2024 Olympic Games. Yeah. Omorodio is one of the 3 Atletico Madrid's players named in the squad. The other 2 are Pablo Barrios and goalkeeper Alejandro Itube. Now, Nigerian-born or Nigerian origin in the person of Samu Omorodio will definitely be playing for Spain in the Olympics. Born in Melilla, Spain to Nigerian parents, the 20-year-old is still eligible to represent Nigeria at the senior level.
Remember we talked about this yesterday, remember? When we were talking about, we talked with Tori Master, why he refused to play for Nigeria, that we had a coach with so much clout and maybe a bit of swagger, like me, who's got steez. He would have decided to play for
with
Nigeria.
Minimum composure.
But anyway, the good thing is that whether he plays at the Olympics or not, he still got a chance to play for Nigeria. He must play 3 cup competitions with the main national team before he cannot switch allegiance. So the Olympics is the Olympics. He can still change allegiance after the Olympics. So I'm not too scared. But I think if we get a good manager, we may be able to lure him. But for now, Spain has got him. And I'm happy he's playing in the Olympics. Good one for him.
All right, a good one for him. Talking about our own Samu Omorodio is still our own.
No, they are not our own. Remember,
just the way Anthony Joshua is our own. Omorodio is our own.
It's not our own. Don't forget.
It's not your own.
Nedum said he feels English. So anybody who's not in Nigeria, well, how they feel is where they are from. Does he feel Spanish? I've not heard that from him, but he has to come for now. So he feels Spanish for now. It's not Nigeria.
All right, away from that, let's come back to the one that is going right there in America before we go to Europe, and that is the Copa America, where we hear that assistant referee collapsed on the field during the Canada and Peru match amid a soaring temperature in Kansas. A terrifying scene unfolding during Tuesday's Copa America match between Canada and Peru when an assistant referee suddenly collapsed on the field amid scorching temperature. We hear that Humberto Pon George suffered a medical emergency during stoppage time in the first half of Canada's 1-0 win over Peru. But as we speak to you now, we hear that he's now in a stable condition and is doing just fine. The game started as about 5 p.m., where some parts of the stadium actually where the assistant referee was standing, it was exposed, and the scorching sun caused his temperature to increase, and that brought him to the ground, and he collapsed.
Remember, let's take you back now. No, I'm a man who likes to go back. I'll take you back to, of course, what went down with the African Cup of Nations. A certain referee blew the whistle 4 times, and then finally decided to blow the whistle 2 minutes.
He ended the game. I remember that match in the 86 minutes, and they called him back then in the 89.
When they asked the guys to come back and have a go, and come play the remaining 2 minutes. Remember that it was Tunisia. They didn't come back, and we ended up finding that he was really sick. He had heat stroke. So I think we need to be able to, as well as when we check the medics of these players, the referees just have to go on there, because you may think I think the referee's job is very, very torrid. As a footballer, you could not have the ball come to your direction,
and you can
rest.
Time,
then you just keep strolling. Like Messi said, he walks a lot on the pitch of play. If it's the referee, he won't be walking because he has to be there and there and there. He has to be following the flight of the ball.
Absolutely.
So, come on, man. Good news is that he's back up to his feet. This heat, we don't know. That's why I say UEFA has to help these players, help the referees, so that we don't get people who
help the journalists as well.
Do you run around?
Of course I do, with my mouth. My mouth run around.
Well, the truth is, come on, man. We need to help them. Many games, so many places, but it is what it is. They would survive. But like I said, thank God he's back on his feet, and hopefully by next time, maybe more water breaks will do. Maybe the 2 or 3 we're having in a game is not enough.
Absolutely, we continue to follow that one as long as that the Copa America is concerned. But quickly, let's give you updates from the games that went down yesterday. It was just one game, 2 games that went down yesterday, and one in the early hours of today, where the likes of Chile lost to Argentina, and of course we did told you that Ecuador defeated Jamaica by 3 goals to 1 in the early hours of today. Venezuela, we are 1-0 better over Mexico. But later tonight, Sport Bishop, it will be the turn between Panama and the USA. That game is scheduled for 11 p.m.
Yeah, exactly 11 p.m. That game is Peru, Chile, right? If I'm not mistaken. Chile had lost to Argentina by a goal to 0.
Panama against the USA later tonight.
I think that's the walk in the park for USA. USA are playing some good. I think I watched the first game with Kisa Police scoring. I watched some of their pre-tournament friendly games. Don't be surprised. We're going to see a USA Argentina final. Maybe I can get it.
What happens to Brazil?
Have you watched them recent times?
What happened? That was just game 1.
Have you watched them recent times? Right now, if I'm Nigeria, I will increase my holiday mood. I have to find a summer place where I can relax, because at the end of the day, this Brazil has been terrible. But good one for USA. I think they'll win the game. Yes, Argentina so far have kept the unbeaten run for like now 11 games in Copa America. Chile were beaten by goal by just that late goal in the 18 by Lautaro Martinez. So I think to me it's more exciting than the Euros. Maybe the Euros will hot up in the last 16. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know, but one thing that I do know for sure is that Brazil legend Ronaldo Nazario says that he has quit watching football, insisting the round later game is boring and is not worth his time. The former Barcelona, Inter Milan, Real Madrid and AC Milan star says that these after Brazil's disappointing goalless draw against Costa Rica to open their Copa American campaign. I think he's now touring at the same line with Ronaldinho, where they see that this Brazilian team is boring and football in general is losing its taste.
It's not about even Brazil, guys. It's not about Brazil. It's about every team. You heard me? Every team. Football was about the flair, the swagger,
the emotion, the natural talent.
There was a certain guy we were watching. Was it Calafiori? If you remember, we said it looks like Iniesta, Alessandro Nesta. The guy plays with his soul. How many players play with their soul? But before we go there, let's take this phone call on the show. Hello, what's the name? Where are you calling from? Hello? Hello?
Let's meet you. What's the name and where are you calling us from?
Thank you very much. My name is Mike. I'm calling from Dawaki.
Michael, all the way from Dawaki. Good to have you join us on the show.
Thank you very much.
Let's hear you.
Areze.
My brother.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Is it the Areze that used to be with Osaibovo?
Let us leave it that way. Something of that nature.
Okay, thank you very much. What of Mr. J? He didn't come today, have he?
Mr. J
is around.
Mr. J is around, but it's on sabbatical. He's not having fun. That's why they don't win the league.
Hey. I don't know. Every season they will win it, so let us hope for next season at least. So they
Ne-
normally win it every season.
next
So even
season
if they
football
win,
club.
that is it. Thank you very much. I think I watch Argentina and Chile yesterday.
Mm.
I don't know the kind of misses that Messi missed yesterday. I was like, is it
Suicidal.
that okay? Maybe is he going down, or I don't really understand
Mm.
Is that
because
is
those are the chances that Messi will close his eye and put them on the net, inside the net. But yesterday it was another thing. But anyhow, I think they tried at least by winning that match. And as I said yesterday, I told people I was like hoping for Belgium to go home, but they
Mm.
narrowly qualified for the knockout, and this is their final knockout
Mm.
because they are being rewarded by France. By the time they will meet France in knockout, I think it will be bye bye for them because there is no way they cannot even stand France in any way. So France will beat them. Then my eyes will still be on what on the FIFA ranking. Let us see the ranking.
I don't know why
By the
I
time
don't know
they
why you've
exit,
got with Belgium. What have you got with
by the time
Belgium?
they exit the competition in the knockout stage, let the ranking come up. Then let's know where Belgium will be. I think it's a very good one. And England also, they have qualified. Well, they just managed to qualify. I wish them well, Sha. I wish them well. But the coach, well, let him just continue to keep Palmer on the bench. Then let's see their progression because this is the group stage. They have already succeeded in coming out of the group stage. They are heading towards where the men will begin to show up. If they escape this knockout, then let us see the quarterfinal how it will be. Because if I see England with France, England with Germany, and in fact, I don't know how Southgate is going to do. With that is a lineup that okay normally brings out because those are the things we are talking. If we say okay, look at England, they believe in this Southgate award since how many years? Since get close to even more than 40 years, they have not won any trophy. They have not won. I'm telling you, Super Eagles, they are doing better than the England by far.
That is true. The last time they
we
won a trophy.
we don't stay up to 15 years without a trophy. We don't stay like that. Look at England, and they still believe in their
It's
indigenous
coming home.
coaches. Okay, they help them. But we are just our own. So okay, let's go and bring it. Let's go and bring
Okay.
it.
All right.
I think it's not good for us. Let us just look there and see how at least they give Amunike the chance to see how you improve the Super Eagles and take us to where we're supposed to be.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. I was able to move up from the from the Copa America to the Euros and ended with the Super Eagles.
Let's take this call. Hello, what's the name? Where are you calling from?
Good evening, my God there.
A very good evening to you. Let's meet you.
Good evening. This is Demola controlling me.
Demola, all the way from Durumi. Demola, where have you been?
Absolutely.
I'll be around. I'm always listening.
Demola, don't be doing like this. When you listen, try to also reach out to us.
And
Let's know you're fine.
let's have a conversation. That is why we're here. It's your voice.
It just sometimes I will be on driving, so I cannot able to make
Okay.
It's all right.
Go ahead.
Let's hear you, Demola.
Let me respond to that our last caller that I just called now.
Okay, quickly.
You should not forget that Belgium is just like person that you want him to fall down. I keep moving forward. you want Belgium to go out of the hero. The Spanish speak enter around the 16. Now you see France. Don't be surprised that just one goal can still move France away.
Absolutely.
So you should not forget that one. Anyone that God of soccer is on the back, just keep supporting him. Don't jealous of him. Thank you. And for the Nigeria NNL, I love the day that they appoint the lady judge that you you are the first person that said that they appoint, they never appoint to be the judge. I'll make one comment that I think this is NNF party are doing, I forget how to be that, they are planning trillion for to be the judge that day, I remember. And then they succeed on that. Now, the new coach now, they never announced. Surprised that a month to the competition, to the qualifier, they will bring another coach again.
Okay.
The coach that if it be another Nigeria league coach again, they will bring again. That is another failure again.
All right, Ademola.
Go ahead. Quickly.
The general that is mocking us is right for mocking us. He wants us to jail up, to stand up. Because you know that Nigeria can do it. You know the caliber of player that we have. That is why he's just mocking us. So that let me go back to my work. Thank you.
All right, thank you. He had to go back to what he was doing just to call us. We appreciate you, Ademola. Sport Bishop, quickly, let's take this message from our YouTube channel. This one is from Fireman Amani. He says, the sport genius. Keep it up. Thank you very much for dropping that one. We sincerely appreciate it. And we also got this message on our WhatsApp platform. Quickly, it says, good evening, Sport Bishop and Sport Priest. I'm the Sport Priest. Okay. Franklin from Area 1 talking about the NFF and their inability to appoint another head coach due to financial issue or whatever. It has become a culture in our system using the fire brigade approach way of doing things. I have said it earlier, this World Cup qualification has nothing for the Super Eagles. Permit me to officially say congratulations to Enugu Rangers for winning the league. Good one for Ndidi, but he should run away from Barcelona with 4 legs. Wow, it's a weapon of fashion against him. I want him to remain in the Premier League. Maybe a Tottenham Hotspur, or he will bring us so much tease to the middle of the pack. Any transfer news from Arsenal camp? We will definitely give you all you need to know from the camp of Arsenal come tomorrow on the show. As Sport Bishop, quickly, we now know that the pairing for the round of 16 in the Euros. Quickly, let's see if you can give our listeners this one. Spain will take on Georgia, while Germany will take on Denmark. Portugal and Slovenia will slug it out, while the biggest one in the round of 16 will see France and Belgium. World number 2 and world number 3 slugging out for a place in the quarterfinals. England will take on Slovakia,
lucky England.
While Romania and the Netherlands will do battle. Dark also, Austria and Turkey will be the other team that will compete in the round of 16, while the final game will see defending champion Italy take on Switzerland.
The draw is out, guys. Come on, man. I know the boys has been separated from the men. I don't know who the boys is anyway. But it looks like Belgium is one of the boys.
Scotland is one of the boys.
Belgium is one of the boys. What I saw. But they are in here. But we see how it pans out. Good draws. But come on, man. I think England has got a good draw. And I think if I'm a fan of Austria and Turkey, I'll be licking my lips. The quarterfinal could just be this close because either team who are not fancy to get to the quarterfinals may just be playing in the quarterfinals.
For the first time, Austria might just be playing in the quarterfinals.
I'll be asking why injured at this point in time in my career. What the wrongest time to be injured?
One of the wrongest time we can tell you is at this time where we need to take our leave out of the studio. But come on, join us same time tomorrow, 4 p.m. It will be the last edition for the week on the show. Spot Lounge, do keep a date with us. And bright and early, 8:30 a.m. Spot Beats returns on your speakers. On behalf of you, the Sport Bishop, and I, we want to say
we're done and we're gone.
God bless, no stress. Adios. Up next is the Evening Rush. Don't change the dial. If you do, your phone charger will get stolen. So don't touch it.
To get burnt.